For today's cup of coffee, I found a remarkably cool YouTube channel.
It is really cool. It's about music.
And when I find a really good YouTube channel, I like to share it with other people.
Did I give away too much already?
No, you didn't give it away. But you're going to have to get up on your mic a little bit.
I thought I was up on my mic.
No, people with headphones, they're like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Well, it's paradankness. It's paradankness every day.
You either can't hear me or you can. You can hear Mom perfectly fine.
No. Sometimes we've got like reverb going on, but that's the paradankness. Every time I say that, I think of you, Itchy. It's just amazing. But no, really cool. And YouTube is asshole for so many reasons. And Youngest Kid and I are talking about one of the reasons that some channels that are phenomenal don't have the number of subscribers that they deserve is because that, for whatever reason, the recommendations, the way that they're doing the shit now, it's the same stuff over and over and over. And I don't understand that. I mean, they have just ruined it. It used to be that you could watch a video and then you would get related videos.
Right. And that is true. Like,
not just mega tubers.
The thing is, they used to cycle through the recommendations, and they have been doing better. Not gonna lie, they with the new to you tab, they have been doing better with that. But it's still these big YouTubers. They don't promote little YouTubers that often, unless you watch them often.
Well, those of us that are the micro minis, we're just in the ether. You have to really, I don't know what you do.
That's like recently I just found some smaller YouTube channels that I really like.
Yeah. But now this guy, and it's not that he's got a small, channel. He's got 775,000.
Well, that's smaller compared to the ones with the millions.
Right. He deserves millions. He really does. And it's called Professor of Rock.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely going to leave you links on all this stuff.
His stuff is well researched.
He seems like a remarkable human being.
He really does.
And it truly is family friendly. He doesn't even use sentence enhancers like we do.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't cuss one bit.
No, he doesn't. But he tells you about the songs. The one that caught my attention last night was about Billy Squier. Billy Squier was the first concert I ever went to back in, I hadn't even graduated high school yet. And him, Lonely is the Night, those first riffs off of that Fender Stratocaster, and it's just like,
wow. Yes.
And just phenomenal. And after that, I learned never sit down at a concert. Don't even try to sit down at a concert.
I mean, unless everyone else around you is sitting down.
Well, I mean,
because there are some concerts like that are supposed to be high energy, but everyone is sitting down.
I can't even imagine. There's no way.
And like it pisses off the people performing too, because it's like, why aren't y'all standing up?
Yeah, I don't know, because people got too damn lazy to stand even. But
it's not that.
Anyhow. Back in the 80s, and Billy Squier was a remarkably talented musician. Truly underrated. And this guy explains the story behind, how the struggle that Billy Squier had, as far as he'd been in the industry for like 12 years and trying to get a record deal and get, into the known, the radio play, the whole spiel. And that was one of the things, his hit that he's still known for, The Stroke. And it was, because you had that double entendre there, but it was talking about as far as what people have to do to get a record deal. And so he had quite a few hits there after that album and stuff. And like I said, Lonely is the Night. Amazing, just a whole lot of stuff. But he had this one video, and I should have written down what video it was, and it ruined him. One video, but it was a different time. It was back in the 80s. you can't judge what's going on today by what happened in the past. That's where people have got this weird fallacy going on.
For real. Now, what happened in the video?
The video was just bad.
Like,
There were those. We're just giving overviews. People can go and listen to Dude and everything on that. But that was what got me into watching this channel, and I thought that was a really good presentation. And so I sort of started binge watching that in Circle of Fear today because I found a channel that shows Circle of Fear. Yeah, that's for another cup. And they were talking about it was Total Eclipse of the Heart. Bonnie Tyler back in the day.
Bonnie Tyler, that song is amazing.
And I had no idea, and I should have, and I kicked myself. I'm like, how in the hell did I not know this was a Jim Steinman song?
It's a who Steinman?
Jim Steinman.
Jim Steinman. I was like, I didn't hear that right.
He and Meatloaf were on the outs during that period of time, and that Meatloaf was really pissed because he thought he should have had that song, that should have been his.
Yeah.
But no, Bonnie Tyler, that was just,
declared
she had such an amazing hit with that.
Meatloaf declared that it was supposed to be for him.
And that's not what Jim Steinman said.
Yeah.
But that was a great...
Him and Bonnie Tyler both said that it was never meant for him.
Right.
That it was wrote for her.
Right. Steinman wrote it for him. It was actually about vampires.
Yeah.
That he had started with that back when he was in high school. Jim Steinman is my spirit animal because he was just absolutely the most brilliant musician.
He is He is a brilliant musician.
And it's like, I was telling Kid earlier, I said, I don't ever want to know that much about him because it's like, never meet your heroes because they will never live up to your expectations.
Ever. They will either be an asshole or something.
Yeah, leave something
They'll
to the
always
imagination.
disappoint in some way.
And then he had also, one that we watched today was about where Johnny Cash covered Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails' song Heart.
Yeah.
And Reznor, he hated the thought of it. Now that is and I told Kid, I said, do not listen to Nine Inch Nails. If you any kind of vulnerability or whatever you're going through, don't, because it will mess with you. And it's raw, it's real.
Yeah.
And there's times you can listen to those things as a catharsis, and then there's other times that it can become sort of harmful to your psyche. But the first time that I saw Johnny Cash perform Heart, and at first, when I heard he had covered it, I thought, what? That video and that song, and it will stay with you forever if you've never seen it. And it doesn't matter how many times you've seen it. It's not something you can watch on a daily basis, or I can't.
Wasn't that his final music video too?
I think it may have been. I'm not sure. But anyhow, Professor of Rock, and this gentleman doesn't even give his name. He is very humble. He is very unassuming. He does an excellent job with his research, but he loves the music, and that passion for these songs and these stories comes through in his channel.
Yeah.
But especially he explained from Johnny Cash's perspective how it meant a different thing than it did for Reznor.
Mm-hmm.
And that, when Cash sang the song, the line, what have I become, my sweetest friend, that he was talking about Christ.
Yeah.
If you don't know Johnny Cash's story and why he wore black and different things like that, you'll have to go and research that. Go down your own rabbit hole on that. And the book that they had written, they had interviewed him there. I think it was after his wife, June Carter Cash, had passed. And that photograph that they use is incredible because Johnny Cash was Native American. I don't know if he was full or if he was part, but I know he was large percentage Native American. Yeah. And that picture very much shows it.
It really does. Like, you can see it in him.
But just this channel opens up all these songs, all these stories. And then one of the other ones that we watched today was about Gordon Lightfoot, the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
God love him. He looks like the Crypt Keeper now.
No, well, he does more so because he passed in May of 2023. But he had shown
forgot about that.
Footage of him, and must have been some of those last guys, and it was just like, whoa.
He looked like the Crypt Keeper.
So I had to, because I was used to album covers from the 70s, and, you know, he's got hippie-looking dude, sort of intense, got that brooding poet look to him, curly hair. Hell no, not in them last days. No, there's none of that.
No.
But
all that was gone.
It was frightening. That was a jump scare. Exactly. They didn't
and I said, "I jump scare."
But
that's a TikTok reference right there.
So the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald was about a ship that on the Great Lakes it broke up, and they're not quite sure. The whole song is a legend of this ship sinking and the 29 crew members that passed. One of the most haunting songs that you will ever hear. Just as a kid, of course, I was always weird. That was one of those, first time I heard it, and it's like, ooh.
Well,
Same thing with Ghost Riders in the Sky. There are certain songs that have just stayed with me since small child. Yeah. We won't talk about Johnny Horton right now. That's sort of out of the... But that was his voice. That was the timbre to his voice, which was wonderful. But at the end of the video about the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, Professor of Rock was... He put the names of the 29 crew members that passed.
He did.
And to honor them.
Yeah. And that is a big thing.
Yeah, that's a very large human thing to do.
It is.
That shows you what type of person he is, or at least that's how he presents himself on his channel. I hope he is as he presents himself. I haven't watched him enough to see if there's chinks in the armor, and I'm not going to look for any. Because he just seems like somebody who truly loves music. He has researched it. He wants his channel to provide entertainment and information.
Unlike the needle drop.
The what?
Melonhead. The
needle
drop.
One guy. Oh, he's just an ass.
He is just an ass.
He's
a critic.
This guy is not... Professor of Rock is not a critic. He loves music.
He does.
I have nothing bad to say about the man. Now, if you know something bad about dude or his channel, if you want to share that, that's fine. I'm not all about...
Please don't.
About gossiping and all that bullshit.
If you know something bad about him, keep it to yourself.
But we just wanted to share that with you all because we had enjoyed that very much. But especially there that when he shared the names of those 29 sailors, just out of reverence.
Yeah, out of respect.
Yeah, for the families and stuff, and that's honorable. And I felt like we needed to give him some kudos and a little bit, throw 2 or 3.
Give him a shout out, yeah.
Absolutely give him a shout out. They deserve that. Final thoughts there, kid?
He's a good channel. Go watch him.
Yeah, and we got links. We've got links to the videos that we've mentioned, not necessarily in the order in which we mentioned them, plus his main channel. As far as I saw, of course, I didn't do like a thorough thing. I don't think he's on any place other than YouTube, but he may be. If he's not, then I'm going to urge him to branch out on some of these other ones.
Yeah, a lot of people need to put their eggs in multiple baskets.
Right. Because you never know who's going to get pissy about what. And
yeah.
YouTube just,
Because YouTube is asshole.
I don't. It's weird. You can't please everybody, and it's weird. It's weird. But it's a damn good channel.
It is a good channel, and I don't know how anyone could be mad at it.
I don't know that anybody is, but everybody that's got a channel...
somebody's hating on it.
Everybody that's got a channel trying to do anything, there's people climbing out of the woodwork bitching about something.
Literally.
And it's like, you know,
It is as it is.
people need to deal with themselves instead of bitching at everybody else.
People need to stay in their lane.
Well, yeah. Yeah, if you deal with your own self, usually you've got a full-time job right there.
Yeah.
So that's final thoughts, or did
Yeah.
I step all over your final
No,
thoughts?
you're good.
If you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, if you've got channels that you would like to share with us, that'd be great. Send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. I know I'm behind on the emails again. I'm sorry. It happens. So, and
It's
the
all
links
right.
will be
It's
in the
been a rough
description box too.
Yeah. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all and have a good.
Know that you're loved.
Yes.
Yeah, even if you're having a shitty day, someplace, somewhere, people love you.
Yeah.
And if you're having a bad time of it, send us an email. I will get around to them eventually. If you want to put like urgent or something like that. When I just honestly some
Important.
days forget to look at it. And I've had those tabs open for so long, and it's just sort of like bills on the table. This is, yeah, I'll get around to that.
That's why you close them.
Well, I should occasionally, but you know, if you've got an urgent need, put it in the comments. Now I do check comments regularly.
Yeah.
Don't always respond regularly, but I do check them.
Mm-hmm.
So, know that you are loved, and Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cut.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.